Well, hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for the Empowered Spoonies Lives. We're actually hosting today Tai Chi for Spoonies. We're both live on Facebook and YouTube, and we hope that you join us on either or for the rest of the evening. Today we have guest TaijiFit instructor Lois Guionnaud, and if I mispronounce that, please correct me. She's an amazing Tai Chi instructor. I just want to give a tidbit before we start. Tai Chi incorporates meditative movements practiced as a system of exercise to enhance your physical and mental health. The movements in this session have been modified for chronic illness warriors. As always, we always start with a disclaimer. The Invisible Me Warriors does not engage in the practice of medicine. The volunteers who lead the organization recommend that you consult with your doctor, specialist about any medical advice that might be mentioned, discussed, or suggested in the group by a member. We also do not share personal information in the chat, such as phone numbers or emails, in honor of the participants' privacy. So first and foremost, I want to go ahead and introduce Lois. Good evening, Lois. How are you today?
Hi, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate being here, sharing this with everyone.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. As August being designated the month of mobility here with the Invisible Me Warriors, we wanted to bring in different practices to keep us mobile through this pandemic and make sure that we are all having our bodies move a little bit. Since some of us aren't able to go to physical therapy just yet or are not comfortable to do so. So I wanted to go ahead and introduce Lois. She's a massage therapist, a Reiki Master, a Qigong Practitioner, and a TaijiFit instructor. And Lois, I'm going to let you take the stage.
Okay, thank you very much. And thank you for having me. So I have been a massage therapist for about 34 years, combining practices of Reiki, Tai Chi, and Qigong in all of my business. I started with Tai Chi myself when I was a teenager, when I came out of a back brace for scoliosis. I was in a back brace for several years, and when I came out of my brace, my orthopedic gave me a series of exercises to help strengthen my back and to keep the muscles strong so that my curve did not continue to deteriorate. At the same time, I knew someone who was taking Tai Chi classes, and she was showing me some of the movements they were doing. And I noticed that the exercises that my orthopedic gave me and some of the exercises they were doing in Tai Chi and Qigong were very similar. So I embarked on that journey almost 40 years ago and have been in love ever since. Everything that I do in my business life is because I have seen how it impacts me personally, and I love just sharing that with everyone. So Tai Chi, what is it? You've probably seen people practicing these slow meditative movements in the park that look very relaxing, very soothing, but actually Tai Chi was developed as a martial art. And the slow movements are actually to bring relaxation into both body and mind. The idea being that if you are relaxed, you can move more easily than if the body is tense and the muscles are tense. So the slow, repetitive movements help to bring that relaxation into the body and help to circulate the chi, or the life force energy, in the body.
Okay, awesome. So obviously we sometimes get these two confused. So Tai Chi and Qigong.
So
what is
Tai
what?
Chi, the difference is Qigong literally translates into energy work. Gong meaning work in Chinese, and Qi meaning the energy. So Qigong is actually a part of traditional Chinese medicine. And Qigong can encompass anything that enhances or builds or moves the energy in the body. Anything from acupuncture, acupressure, breath work, meditation, movement exercises, health and nutrition. So it's a very comprehensive system of movement. Tai Chi movements also move the energy in the body. What makes Tai Chi movements unique is that Tai Chi movements have self-defense applications, where Qigong movements are strictly for health. So Qigong very often in a traditional Tai Chi class is done before as a warm-up and after as a cool down, while you would focus on your specific Tai Chi movements and a specific form in the middle of class.
That's awesome. So, thank you for the explanation.
You're welcome. So TaijiFit is the method of Tai Chi that I practice. It is a traditional form of Tai Chi that was developed by David-Dorian Ross, who is a US and world medalist in Tai Chi. And he wanted to make the practice of Tai Chi more accessible to the masses. And so what differentiates TaijiFit is in traditional Tai Chi, you work to learn a specific form in a specific order, and you really have to concentrate on memorizing the movements and the form. In TaijiFit, we combine both Tai Chi and Qigong movements into a continuous flow where the movements are repeated to help bring that relaxation into body and mind. There is not as much concern about your hand has to be in a specific place or your foot has to be in a specific place. Everything is done with the body you bring with you in that moment. So one day your hand might be out here, another day it might be here. It all depends on where you are. The only requirement in TaijiFit that I always stress is that you keep breathing. People tend to hold their breaths when they are too much in their head, and we want to try and get you out of your head, pay attention to the awareness in your body, and just kind of go from there.
Awesome. So the reason why I bring up this question is how can it help us as a chronic illness warrior? Obviously, you know, sometimes we are limited in movement and in some cases, and in some cases with fibromyalgia, we have that recoil. If we move too much, the next day the muscles don't want to work, or we've been spread too thin and it causes fatigue. So how can TaijiFit help us?
Okay, so there are studies that are constantly being done and articles that are always coming out. In fact, 2 recent articles that I found were using Qigong to manage COVID-19 in adults. So that's like a new article and a new study. And also reasons to do Tai Chi while you're practicing social distancing. So those are 2 of the latest things that are coming out. There is a myriad of studies that have been done on Tai Chi for arthritis, for Parkinson's, for fibromyalgia, for MS, for PTSD. The list goes on and on.
Awesome.
If you use the almighty Google and type in Tai Chi plus whatever or Qigong plus, you will find lists of studies. What you really need to understand, though, is that it's a tool. It's an adjunct therapy. It's not a cure-all. And the studies that are done typically involves a study of about 12 weeks with practice 1 to 3 times a week. So going to one class once and saying, it didn't really do anything for me, probably it might relax you, it might make you feel better, but the benefits build the more you do it.
Awesome.
Of course, not everything is for everyone. We all have different personalities. We all have different likes and dislikes. So trying it once is a good judge of, is this something that I'm going to enjoy? But trying it once is not going to be a good judge of, will it help with whatever I'm going through?
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. I know that you teach other classes on the side, so I definitely want to provide those links after this session to anybody interested. I myself, I tried Qigong when I was a little bit more mobile. I haven't tried since I started using my mobility aids. So I'm definitely going to be trying that more out in the Tai Chi side instead of Qigong. A little bit more, less of the nutritional side to it, because I'm still not good at that, and I confess to that. So right now, Spoonies, what I'm going to do is give all the control to Lois here. That way we can go ahead and start a sample practice. So Lois, I'm going to give you full control.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. So what you want to be aware of? Well, today's practice is going to be done strictly seated, right? As I said, the only thing that I ask you to do is please keep breathing. That is greatly appreciated. All right. Try not to hold your breath. I'm going to be giving you ideas of how to move and what to say, but my biggest cues are going to be inhaling and exhaling. If you're exhaling while I'm saying inhale, not a big deal. What I want you to really focus on, and the reason that I'm saying that is really just to remind you to keep breathing. So with that, I'm going to move my chair back so you can see my feet. And if you can, of course, everything is a suggestion. You're working with your body right now. If you can, sit a little bit forward in your chair and try to have your feet flat on the ground, about hip distance apart. Hands in the lap. Just bring the shoulders up, back and down. Just releasing. And start thinking about your breath. Bring the awareness into your body. Possibly inhaling as the shoulders rise. Exhaling as they fold back and down. One more time. And the hands slip out the sides. Gather into the heart. Press down to the back. Sweeping out. Inhaling. Exhaling. If at any time during this practice you see me do something that you don't think your body is feeling at this moment, you don't really want to do that, just ignore it. You can go back to something that you saw earlier and feels good, but always keep breathing. But this one, the hand's going to roll off the front, draw into the heart, and a little push forward. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in and out. One more time. The arms round out. Time for a big hug. Inhale and open. Exhale. The fingers float towards each other like you're giving your favorite person a hug. Open. Big hug for a whole group of friends you probably haven't been able to hug for a while. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. The arms float down. This time the arms drift out to the side. Palms are up. Gathering all of the energy surrounding you, bringing it to the crown of the head, pushing it down into the body. 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. The arms float up in front. Open. One hand on top of the other. Doesn't matter which one. Do whatever you see, whatever you're comfortable with. Open. Change to the other side. Embracing the moon, imagining you're holding a big, bright, full moon in your arms. You open your arms to let it drift away, but before it gets too far, catch it with the other hand on top. One more time. The arms are going to open. The fingers float towards each other. And the hands come to the lap. And you just slowly shift the weight from one side to the other. Gently back and forth. Feel the shift of the weight from one side of the body to the other. And as we drift over, we take a foot and we tap the heel on the ground. Bring it back. Inhale. Exhale. Hope you're still breathing. Just tap the heel. Getting ready to play our lute. We're going to tap the heel and hold our lute with one hand. With the other. Hold the lute and strum the strings. The other side, pick up your lute, strum the strings. A big sweep of the arms and the heel taps down. Playing your lute. We're playing the peacock. One more time. We're going to capture that moon in our arms again. The top hand is just going to go rest for a bit. Hang it down or behind your back and float the moon off your fingertips into the sky. Back. Let it float away. Inhale. Helping the moon rise into the sky. Bring the other hand in. Just going to spin the moon a little bit with the top hand and let it float away with the other. This is actually called parting the wild horse's mane. We're going to bring that front foot in. Once again, we're going to pick up our lute and strum the strings. Deep breath in and out. One more time. Circle. The top hand rest. And float that moon away. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And out. Adding the other hand. Parting the wild horse's mane. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. 3 more times. Tap the heels as you play your lute. Circle around. You can either move the arms. You can lean into it a little bit. Do a little rotation of the waist, whatever feels good to you in this moment. One more time. This time, the top hand makes a loose fist. We're going to catch a little butterfly. We're going to push some branches out of the way. And we're going to let the butterfly go. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. And out. Hold the front leg in. 3 more heel taps. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing. Either just the arm, maybe a little bit of a lean, maybe a little bit of turn of the waist. Whichever one's good for you now. 1 more. Then we're going to catch 3 butterflies. Push the branches out of the way, let them go. Elbow, back fist. 1 more. Bring the leg in. Just 2 heel taps. Bring it back. Float the arms up, gather them into the heart. Press down to sink the chi. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. The arms rise and cry. Push up. Stretch as far as you care to. You want it to feel good. And the arms float down. Arms rise. Inhale. A little stretch. Release the tension in the low back. Inhale. Exhale. Float up in front. This hand is going to reach for a book on the table next to you. Pile it onto the shelf in front. Push. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Both arms float over to the side. Shoulders relax. Inhale. Heels up and down. Lift. Lower. And the next time the heels lift, your front hand, brush some crumbs off your shirt. We're going to add the other arm in, tying a string to the wrist. The hand folds in. Kind of like patting the head, rubbing the belly. Turn to the bottom hand. Brush over the knee. Push. And reverse. Back. 1 more time. Turning the waist. Coming back. Draw a rainbow with your arms. And the heels lift. Crumbs off your shirt. Doing your best to coordinate it all together. Tie a string to the wrists. Turning to the bottom hand. Brush over the knee. And bring it back. And push. Bring it back. Draw that rainbow. Arms and legs together. 1 more time. This time, we're going to step to the corner. Push. We're going to create waves of energy with our arms, inhaling, circling the arms, exhaling. 1 more time. Deep breath. Bring the leg back. Draw your rainbow. Arms and legs together. We're going to take it to the corner. Brush over the knee and push. Creating waves of energy with the arms, circling around. Deep breath in. One more. Bring the leg back. Rainbow. In. To the corner. Push. One loop. Bring it back. Up and over the top. To the corner. Inhale. Exhale. The bottom hand rises as you come back. Open. Fingers float towards each other. Pile some books onto the shelf. Actually repulsing the monkey. Inhale. Exhale. Leave this hand out. The other one joins. And a big hug for everybody. You're doing such an excellent job. Inhale. Exhale. Arms float down and rise, pulling that energy above the crown of the head, bringing it in. One more, just like that. The arms float up in front, open wide, one hand on top of the other, looking into the top palm, holding a cloud in your arms. We're going to turn towards the top hand, carrying that cloud. Inhale, change the hands, changing the shape of your cloud, and drift back. Think of the big, white, puffy clouds just gently drifting across the sky. Inhale. Exhale. One more cloud. And this hand makes a little hook, holding a big bag of confetti. We're going to go to a party. We're going to pull into that, dig into that bag of confetti, pull out handfuls, toss it away. Celebrating the time we're getting to spend with each other. We're outside, watching the clouds drift lazily across the sky and disappear. 3 clouds, just gently drift across. First one. One more. Grab another big bag of confetti. Toss it out. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Release the bag. Pick up a cloud. 2 clouds drift across. Grab your bag of confetti. We notice a squirrel that's coming to checking out, see what's going on, and you see his tail swishing back and forth in. Now, see him on the tree and that tail just flicking. Let's know if what you're throwing out is anything good for him to eat. And that squirrel runs down the tree and across the grass, up and over, down and through. Squirrels just keep running. And you watch the clouds drift across the sky. Grab your bag. Grab some nuts. Toss Toss out some peanuts for that squirrel. Now you really have his attention. That tail of his is just swishing back and forth. He's going to come down out of that tree, run across the grass, gather your peanuts that you tossed to him. Release. 2 more clouds. Grab the bag of peanuts. Toss out a handful. Watch the squirrels chase it. Dig in, get another handful. Toss it out, share it. Another squirrel is running through. One more. Release. Drift. Toss out a handful of nuts. Watch the squirrel run across, retrieve the nuts. Another handful. Another squirrel. One more time. And let the clouds drift. A few more clouds. Watch 2 more clouds just drift lazily across the sky. We notice a crane spreading his wings, dipping his toe at the edge of the pond. Gathers his wings, spreads them wide, dips that toe in the water. Inhale, exhale. Feel the crane spreading his wings, taking a little dive into the water, fishing for his lunch. Gather up. Spread your crane's wings. Take a little dive. Rise. Gather up. Exhale. Inhale. And pull that front toe up out of the water. Dip it back down again. Spread your wings. Dive. Rise. Float up. Tap the toe. Rise. Pull your toe out of the water. You have become that crane. Rise. It's time. The toe just taps down. And your crane wings spread to shoulder height. The crane begins to take flight. Small spreads of your wings. One toe gently coming off the ground. And with a large spread of your wings, you take flight. The other toe is on the ground. 2 small spreads of your wings. Large spread of your wings. Float. Small spread of the wings. Deep breath in. and out. The wrists cross. Lift a knee. Kick. Other side. Kick. One more kick on each side. And a big hug. Inhale and open. Exhale. Deep breath in. Sweep out. Gather into the heart. Rest. The arms float up in front. Open. And hand on top. Bottom arm rises. The back of the arm clears out some space. Sweeping away the clutter that's gathering. Might be clutter that you have lying around the house. Might be mental clutter. Whatever you need to get rid of. Sweep it away right now. Remember, always doing any of these movements in honor of the body you have with you at this very moment. You may not be reaching as far. You may not be twisting as much. Feel good. Spin. Brush away. Once more. Reach. That one thing you don't want to get rid of. Tuck it away someplace safe. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. And out. Gaze floated across the horizon. What is it that you need to declutter today? Grab one thing you need to hold on to. Tuck it away someplace safe. Might be more than one thing. Important thing is to know what we can get rid of, what we want to hold on to. And that can change moment to moment, day to day as well. Side. And fold and press. And separate. It's like waves rolling onto shore. Find your breath in the wave. And whether you're sitting still or you're using a little bit of body movement, whatever it feels good, inhale it and exhale. One more wave. Sweep across the horizon. Sweep away what you don't want. Hold on to what you do. Tuck it away someplace safe. Feel the tension just rolling away. Inhale. Exhale. Two more waves. The hands slowly descend to the lap. Imagining a pool of chi sitting just in front of us. We're going to stir up that energy. We're going to take threads of that energy up and over to the top. Float it down. Bathing ourselves in the energy. Stir, rise, float. Slowly descending the mountain. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Sweep out, gather into the heart. Once again. The arms float up in front. Fingers float towards each other. Press down. Tiger claws. Draw. Press up. Pull down. Inhaling towards the center of the body. Exhaling away from the body. Looking down, the tiger cub stretches his paws. Inhale. Exhale, he stretches them up. Float up in front. Inhale. One hand on top of the other. The top hand presses up the ceiling. Bottom hand presses down the floor. Inhale. Exhale, change. You can keep the hands close together or stretch them a little further apart. Inhale. And give a full stretch, stretching again out of the waist. Which one feels good to you right at this moment? Something else might feel better next time you do it. Top hand reaches up. The bottom hand. Pull back the bowstring. Exhale, release the arrow, and draw a rainbow with your arms. Inhale, pull back the bowstring. Release. Up and over the top. Pull back. Release. Of course, if the arms don't want to go overhead, swing them in front. Or maybe they want to skim over the lap. Draw a little smile. This time the arms are going to come down. Palms behind you, shoulders relaxed. Give them a little wiggle if you need to. Round the shoulders in, stretching the upper back. Inhale, turn the palms forward. Open the chest. Exhale. Again, doing what is comfortable for you. Turn and look to one shoulder. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, look to the other shoulder. Center. May feel good to turn your waist. Wise owl looks behind himself. Open. Two more. Deep breath in. And out. One more. Your arms float up in front. Melt down. Find the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, the arms drift up. Exhale, they drift down. If you're doing it the opposite way, that's fine. Just try to move the arms in time with the breath. Trying to slow the breath down a little bit. With this next one, the hands come to the belly. Just rest there for a moment. Feel the belly expand as you inhale. Contract as you exhale. Breath in. And out. With your next exhale, the hands separate. The backs of the hands come together. Fingers curl in and rise. Sweep behind you. Lean forward a little bit. Or not. Up to you. All of this is up to you. Arms rise. Elbows get heavy. The arms fold in. Come back to the belly. Do this with very small movements. Exhale. Bring it in. Bringing it up. Pushing it out. A little bit of a lean or not. Your body feels like it. The movements can be a little bit larger. Reach a little higher. Lean a little bit further. Sweep up a little bit more. It's all up to you. The important thing is to notice how your body feels. Breath in. Be a very large movement. Be a very small movement. Breath in. One more time. This movement is large or small as you feel your body wants it to be. The arms fold in. Hands just hover above the lap. You turn one side, the other. Again, movement is large or small as is necessary. Just feel good in the moment. Sweeping away the clouds. Sweeping away the clouds of doubt, fear. Push it all away. Let it all go. Clear the deck. Start with a clean slate. And allow your palms to face each other, holding a small ball, turning, rolling that ball, turning back, holding a ball of energy in your hands. Feel the connection between your hands. Inhaling, exhaling. As you're turning, you have a little bit of a choice. You want to keep your hands close together. You want to pull them a little bit further apart and expand that ball of energy. Either one is fine. Allow the body and the mind just to drift. If you have expanded your ball, begin to shrink it back down again. Bring it to a small ball right in front of the belly. The lower dantian is the earth energy center of the body. Just below the navel, inside the body. And we stretch that earthly chi. Chi that we get from the earth. The chi represents our strength. As we stretch here, expanding our strength. Inhale. Exhale. Let it float out. Back. Open it one more time. Palms turn down. Pump the well, the shoulders press. The arms float. Press. That chi, that energy rising from the lower dantian, just below the navel, to the upper dantian, point between the brows. See the heavenly chi. Chi that we derive from the universe. The heavens represents our wisdom. Stretch that chi and expand your wisdom. Shoulders down and relax. Don't need to hold them up. Allow the body to float. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. We're going to stir that energy. Exhale. Inhale. See how your body feels. You can stir that energy just at the wrists. You can stir it at the elbows. You can do full movements. Combining the strength of the earth, the wisdom of the heavens, the compassion of the heart. Gather that chi. Scoop it up in our arms, bring it above the crown of the head, bring it into the body. This time the hands sweep out, gather into the heart. And our love and compassion wells up and spills over. There's so much to share. Reach into our hearts to pull it out, to share it with the world around us. And we pick up a diamond. We bring that diamond right in front of our hearts. It magnifies our love and compassion as we send it out into the world. Gather the energy surrounding you. Inhaling. Exhaling. Open your heart. An abundance of love and compassion wells up and spills over. Ready to share it. Grab your diamond. Magnify. Send that love and compassion out into the world. Deep breath in and out. Open your heart one more time. Spill. Diamond. Shine your love, passion out. Another deep breath in and out. Gather all of that energy into the palms of your hands. Bring it above the crown of the head. Pull it down into your heart. Carry it with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate having you here.
Thank you so much, Lois, for that.
Thank you. All right.
So we're going to go ahead and I did have some questions that some of our spoonies would like to ask you. First and foremost was, what is the difference between your teaching method and other methods?
So my TaijiFit method that I do, it combines Tai Chi and Qigong movements into one flowing sequence, which is not always the same. If you were to do another class with me, you might recognize some of the movements, but they might be in a different order. In a very traditional class, you work the movements in a specific order, in the same order, same movements every single time. And the idea is to actually memorize the form that you are learning. In the TaijiFit method, you're not required to memorize anything. We actually want to take the mind, the thought out of it and just let the body feel so that you get the most benefit out of it. So you're not thinking so much. We do enough thinking. We need to just kind of relax, let go a little bit. Big game of follow the leader.
That is so true. Second question is, could Tai Chi help me improve my balance?
Yes, there have been many studies with Tai Chi improving the balance, and even a seated practice can help with your balance, because balance is a function of both a combination of strength and flexibility. So even if you are seated, if you notice, we did some leg lifts, kicking the leg out. And if your leg is not that high, if you start with just lifting the heel and then bringing the heel down and lifting the toe, you're still stretching and strengthening the muscles. It doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent work, it does help. And your body awareness comes into play when you're doing Tai Chi. And it's not saying that no one will ever stumble. It happens. I've practiced more than 40 years, and if my mind is somewhere else, I might trip over the cat or whatever else is in the way. But the idea is to be able to catch yourself and to pull it back before you end up completely on the ground.
Perfect. And another question was, if I can't reach or stretch as high, can I modify?
Absolutely, yes. Always do your practice with the body that you brought with you in that moment. Some days you might be able to stretch a little bit further than others. It all depends on how you're feeling in the moment. Weather has a lot to do with it. If you have dietary allergies, if you ate something you maybe should not have just because it tastes really good, you know, all of that can affect how the body moves. So you do whatever is best for you. Again, we are not learning traditional Tai Chi, so it's not set in stone. You do what is best for you.
Awesome. Other question is, any book or video recommendations?
So as far as books, there are several books out there, and I absolutely love the Harvard Medical School's Guide to Tai Chi. Has a lot of great information. Learning Tai Chi from a book, because there are often pictures in there, but they're static, and it doesn't give you an idea of how to move from one posture to the next, from one exercise to the next. So books are great for information and philosophy. Videos, there are several out there. My teacher, David-Dorian Ross, has an entire set of videos. You can find stuff on YouTube from him as well. So there's so much out there, and there are so many different instructors. Try look at several different videos and see what resonates with you, because not everything is going to resonate with everybody.
Awesome. And another one of our questions was, where do you teach classes currently with COVID-19? So as you can see, there's a little banner at the bottom that actually links us directly to Instructor Lois's site. Her email address is on there, her phone number is on there, and also it links you directly to her site to make sure that you understand everything that she offers. And last but not least, I want to make sure that we have all our questions answered. The other one was, how do you recommend taking the class? Do you recommend a hard surface, a soft surface, or chairs are always fine?
Chairs are always fine. Now, the classes that I'm currently teaching are online. So can contact me and find out how to get into those classes. I'd love to have you. The classes that I am currently teaching, I teach those from a standing position. However, I do have people that come to class that are seated, and that's perfectly fine. Any of the exercises that we can do can be modified. They can be done seated. They can be done standing. The balance exercises, if you want to stand and have a chair next to you to hold on to the chair, that's perfectly fine as well.
Awesome. Well, instructor, I appreciate everything you have done. Before we end today, I would like to go ahead and share a couple of our future events for the rest of the month. This Saturday, August the 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we are offering our virtual support group and social hour. Also, later on this month, in honor of Mobility Month, Chair Yoga for Spoonies is being offered by our guest instructor, Ava Montalvo, on August the 19th, just like today, both on Facebook Live and YouTube at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And last but not least, an exciting event. We have a rheumatologist, Dr. William Romanos, joining us for our speaker event, Let's Ask a Rheumatologist, on August the 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I would like to go ahead and say thank you to Lois. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everything that you have done today. And as you can see, my hair is a little messy because I was actually following the practice with you.
I'm glad. How did you enjoy it?
I do have to modify a little bit just because of the restraints of my arms currently.
Oh, sure.
But I know that most spoonies feel that way. But thank you so much. I love the fact that you took the time out to be here today. For more information, everybody, for our future events, you can visit the Invisible Me Warriors. Also, our event calendar. I'm sorry, I thought I had that on there. Our event calendar is IMW Event Cal at bit.ly.com. You can definitely see all the stuff that we have to offer. And thank you so much again, Lois. I appreciate everything.
Thank you.
This video is going to be viewed. So we have it still live and on YouTube. So thank you for joining, everybody, and have a great night. I'm ending my broadcast tonight. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a great night.